tuning in and welcome to this week's review of Hancock, starring Will Smith.
Suspects on northbound 110. Heavy gunfire exchange. We need backup.
Fellas, give yourselves up quietly. Okay.
Hancock's latest act of so-called heroics has once again enraged city officials.
I can smell that liquor on your breath.
Because I've been drinking.
Jackass.
Call me a jackass. One more time.
Jackass.
How about you, Thickness? Goggles?
I definitely learned after I Am Legend that Will Smith is box office gold, and I thought that movie made money, but $256 million was phenomenal. And I think they learned this to make sure there's no question that everyone knows that Will Smith was in this movie. Check out the only poster for this film. In I Am Legend, you could barely make out that it was Will Smith in this movie. So for Hancock, they want to make sure that everyone knows that Will Smith is a star of this film, especially following the success of his last movie. And now for the film itself. I break this review into two parts, the first half and the second half of the film. The first half was excellent, and I was very surprised at the creative storyline, and I thought it was a nice new take on a superhero. The superhero everyone hates. And since this really hasn't been done before, they had a lot of original concepts they could introduce. Now the movie has some great laughs, especially in the early part of the movie. And even kicked little Michael Myers' butt for being in the remake of Halloween.
Not okay.
The approach of this film was very fresh, and it made the movie more interesting to watch. And I couldn't wait to see where the film would finally end up. And this is also one time where the trailer doesn't ruin any key parts of the movie. So I'm very happy that who's ever in charge of marketing didn't screw up this movie like so many before. Now in the beginning, Will's character is actually sympathetic. It was nice to see a range of emotions from the character instead of just a badass who doesn't give a damn. And it was a deeper character than I initially expected. So now let's take a look at the second half of the film. This is where you begin to see they had the setup of a great movie, but couldn't find a way to wrap the film up with the same quality as the first half. While it was original and it did have a few things you didn't expect, the second half of the movie just didn't work that well and it seemed almost rushed. Everything was going along okay, but in the end, it just didn't work for me. I find at the end of every movie I ask myself these questions. Did the movie end on the right note, and did I feel very satisfied with the overall arc of the story? With this movie, I felt it didn't deliver either very well. While it was a very fun movie for a while, it still needs to bring it home strong. The ending didn't live up at all to the first half of the film, and I really thought after the first 40 minutes or so that this really could become a classic. But then like so many others before it, it just couldn't deliver the total package. Overall, I would say that most of you that see this movie will not feel cheated. I know I didn't, but you may not feel that satisfied either. It's good for a few laughs and some action, but a decent amount of you will feel that while it didn't disappoint, it could have been a lot better. Either way, this movie will make a lot of money. Why? Because Will Smith's in it. It may be a little different this summer, because whatever money Hancock makes, it better do it before the Dark Knight comes to town.
Evening, Commissioner.
From overall rating, I give Hancock 3 stars.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.